The following findings are based on a compiled case study on 7 SaaS vendors, with a common denominator that they all have a low attrition rate. The study took place in the spring of 2017. A leaving customer wants to leave. When a SaaS client wants to cancel their subscription to the service, that customer is gone. Most likely, the client has been considering and processing the idea of canceling the subscription for a longer time. The act of convincing the client to stay with offering a discounted price has little effect on the client and is unfair to other clients paying full price for the service. Usually, clients canceling their subscription is an outcome of the vendor not being able to follow the progression of the client, leading the client to become dissatisfied with the service. The silver lining of a leaving client is getting feedback about how the service did not fulfill the needs of the client. From interviews, the following reasons have been identified as to why clients choose to cancel their subscription. The client company has changed working process, which the tool cannot be used for. The client has undergone organizational restructure. The client company has been acquired and will now change system. There has been a low degree of activity during the subscription period. The SaaS ambassador inside the client company has left. A client company that is cancelling the subscription as a consequence of being acquired is a fact that the vendor sometimes has to deal with. The other excuses can and should be dealt with, which we will guide you through. We have decided to look at customer retention from the perspective of customer satisfaction in offering great service quality. The great service quality stems from customer-centric product development while prioritizing features that gives the greatest result. So, satisfaction. The days of fooling a customer into buying a solution are long gone. Clients stay with the product because they're satisfying their needs. Today, vendors and clients initiate a relationship where they mutually benefit from each other's success. This presentation is focusing on the positive effects of identifying an ambassador inside the client company. An ambassador is a great asset, for example, to get feedback which supports agile product development. The client is using the tool to make daily operations easier. The platform must therefore be conveniently introduced to the organization. The users of the platform might not be as technically skilled as the people developing it, and this needs to be taken into consideration by the vendor. Even the most sophisticated platform may be becoming overwhelming to the user if it's cluttered with features. Having quantity of features as a focal point for the platform to the expense of user experience may induce friction in operational activities that frustrates the user, who will now start to look for other alternatives. It is important for the vendor to understand what the individuals in the client organization are looking for. A good way of understanding the client is by identifying ambassadors. A company is by definition a number of individuals assembled or associated together. A large company is a large number of individuals who need to agree on an aligned working style. When selling a tool to a company, it is therefore needed to convince all individuals that the software is best suited for them. It can be tough, not to mention time-consuming, to reach out and teach every individual inside a company how to use your tool. This is where the concept of identifying an ambassador inside the company arises. The ambassador is ideally someone interested in tech and able to see the benefit of using the software to improve efficiency in daily operations. Working together, the vendor teaches the ambassador how to navigate in the system effortlessly. The training allows the ambassador to become well familiarized with the platform, which helps spread goodwill around the organization. The ambassador becomes a tangible proof for the organization that the tool is essential for efficient operations. It is useful to keep track of the activity of the ambassador inside the platform. A drop in activity is likely to be a warning call that something has changed in the client organization. Following the warning call, the vendor is able to communicate with the ambassador to proactively solve the concerns of the client. A significant decrease in activity can mean that it's time to identify a new ambassador. There have been cases where the ambassador has grown in importance and been rewarded promotions in its organization thanks to their extensive knowledge of important platforms. The proactive training transforms the ambassador into an in-house customer support, relieving this duty from the SaaS vendor. It is a win-win situation. The ambassador is also useful in developing the tool to fit the needs of the client, which we'll now explain. A successful platform with relevant features is an outcome of agile product development, together with customer feedback from a job-to-be-done approach. The platform is successful if as many individuals as possible in the organization are able to benefit from it. It is time-consuming for the vendor as an external party to identify all potential areas of usage for the client, which is why working with ambassadors is helpful. The ambassador is a great resource feeding input to the vendor for joint product development to make the tool a better fit to the client's needs. The ambassadors are able to give their view of the issue to be solved together with the level of technical experience of the users. This facilitates product development. From communication with the ambassador, the vendor learns the pain points of the client, which enables the vendor to aim its effort to solve the client's problems in a simplified and easy-to-use solution. A simplified product with a plug-and-play installation reduces the time to value down to a minimum for the client, which drives customer satisfaction. A satisfied customer is likely to want the system to be integrated and adapted throughout the organization to efficiently connect operational activities between departments. A cloud platform is usually designed as a standard tool, which comes with the drawback of not fitting all types of organizations. Neither two firms nor two departments are the same, which is why offering a degree of technical flexibility is appreciated by the clients. Successful cases have been where the vendor assists with technical modification of the platform together with the ambassador's practical input. Joint development results in the platform being integrated across the organization, allowing more individuals to benefit from the system. The goal of the vendor is achieved when as many individuals as possible becomes invested and satisfied in the platform, as an increased level of internal friction appears in the client company when they're trying to change to another SaaS vendor. So, in conclusion, customers stay because they are satisfied with the platform. A customer is satisfied if the platform is easy to use, easy to install, has short time to value, offers a degree of flexibility, can be integrated across departments. All of this is done when the vendor has a close communication with the ambassador. Remember, the success of efficient operation allows the vendor and client to enjoy mutual growth together.